Hey there! Today, we're going to dive into the world of simple equations. Whether you love math or find it a bit tricky, we're here to make it fun and easy to understand. So, grab your pencils and let's get started. First up, let's talk about what is a variable. The word variable means something that can vary, that is, change. A variable takes on different numerical values, its value is not fixed. Variables are denoted usually by letters of the alphabets, such as X, Y, Z, L, M, N, P, etc. From variables, we form expressions. Now, let's use these variables and learn what is an equation. An equation is a mathematical statement that contains an equality sign indicating that the expression on the left side, LHS, is equal to the expression on the right side, RHS. An equation remains the same when the expressions on the left and on the right are interchanged. Like in x plus 7 equal to 11, we have an equal to sign. Okay, now let's try a question. Solve the following equation. X plus 7 is equal to 11. Here, we can change the side of 7 from left-hand side, LHS to RHS, and change the sign from plus to minus and get 11 minus 7, which is 4. So, x is equal to 4. In this question, we used a method called transposing method. Transposing a number is changing the side of the number or a variable. In doing so, the sign of the number has to be changed. Now let's try another method to solve these equations called balancing method. In this method we add, subtract, multiply, or divide the same thing on both sides of the equation, and it will remain balanced. For example, we want to find x in this equation, so we want to remove 8 from the left-hand side, so we subtract 8 from both sides. By doing so we get x is equals to 5. Similarly, in the another equation, we divide both sides by 4 and we get x is equals to 7.5. Let's keep the fun going with one-step linear equations. These are just like the ones we did, but a bit different. If x plus 9 is equal to 15, and there's another one where 13 minus some number equals 7, plus a few more. Time to see if our answers match. For x plus 9 equal to 15, x is 6 because 15 minus 9 is 6. For the equation where 13 minus something equals 7, that something is 6. We have a few more solved here, like 5x equal to 30, which means x is 6. Did your answers match up? Now, we're stepping it up with two-step linear equations. These might sound a bit more complicated, but don't worry. Like this one, 2x plus 3 is equal to 22. We first find that 2x is equal to 19, then divided by 2 we get 9.5. We'll do the same for 3x minus 5 is equal to 19, and guess what? X is 8 again. See, not so hard after all. We've got more equations to solve. This time, let's tackle 2x plus 3 is equal to 13 and a few others. It's like being a math detective, finding clues and solving the mystery. Let's check our detective work. For 2x plus 3 is equal to 13, x is 5. And for 4x plus 4 is equal to 16, x turns out to be 3. We've got a few more solved here, like 3x minus 3 is equal to 9, which means x is 4. Great job solving these. Now let's take a look at like and unlike terms. Sets of terms such as 5cc, 10c12 and minus 4n that involve the same letter numbers are called like terms. Sets of terms such as 18c11d are called unlike terms as they have different letter numbers. As we have seen, like terms can be added together and simplified into a single term. Now let's take a look at an example. A shop rents chairs and tables for a day. Customers pay an initial amount per item and receive a refund upon return. Write an expression for the total rupees paid for renting X chairs and Y tables. We can take a look at the costs using this table. Here's the solution for this problem. For X chairs and Y tables, let us find the total amount paid at the beginning and the amount one gets back after returning the furniture. The total amount in rupees paid at the beginning is 40x plus 75y and the total amount returned is 6x plus 10y. So, the total amount paid is equal to 40x plus 75y minus 6x plus 10y. The expression 40x plus 75y minus 6x plus 10y is simplified to 34x plus 65y, which is the total amount paid in rupees. Now what are patterns? In the first section we got a glimpse of algebraic expressions and how to use them to describe simple patterns and relationships in a concise and elegant manner. Here, we continue to look for general relationships between quantities in different scenarios, find patterns and, interestingly, even explain why these patterns occur. Look at the picture below. It is a pattern using matchsticks. Can you identify what the pattern is? We can see that step 1 has one triangle, step 2 has two triangles, step 3 has three triangles, and so on. Can you tell how many matchsticks there will be in the next step, step 5? It is 11. You can also draw this and see. What is the general rule to find the number of matchsticks in the next step? We can see that at each step two matchsticks are placed to get the next one, that is, the number of matchsticks increases by 2 every time. Think of a way to use this to find out the number of matchsticks in step 33 without continuing to write the numbers. As each time two matchsticks are being added, finding out how many 2's will be added in step 33 will help. Look at the table below and try to find out. For step Y, what is the expression? It is 1 less than y, that is y minus 1 into 2s and a 3, where s stands for the number of matchsticks. Therefore, the expression is 3 plus 2 into y minus 1. This expression gives the number of matchsticks in step Y. Now we can find the number of matchsticks at any step quickly. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 4. Thank you.